Here we go.
Hi, we're here. Welcome to Tuesday Tips and Tales with Cece and Corey live. We had a little malfunction to get the show going, but
Yes.
we're here and we're very excited to be back, right, Corey?
So excited.
So excited.
Beyond excited.
Yeah, he just like rolled through the door and was like cheering.
Oh, you kidding me?
Woo-hoo! Fist pumps, chest pumps.
I actually humped the dog. That's how excited I was by accident.
I had to break them apart.
You better call me.
So thank you for coming back. We finally saw the sun today. Briefly.
Jinx.
Briefly, we saw the sun today, and I managed to get out and do a little bit of
Yes, you got out of the house. Good for
exercise.
you.
Yeah, I did.
Chalk one
I
up for
did.
you.
I did. Actually, they were filming a commercial at my neighbor's house, outside of the house.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it was for.
Depends. They're pretty old.
No, they're actually
They can go anywhere.
A young, very young, attractive couple with three beautiful children who happen to be
You sure it
best
was a
friends with my
commercial
daughter.
shoot? A young, attractive
I
couple?
don't know. We'll have to see. So anyways, why don't we start this with this whole Hurricane Matthew? It's kind of like wipe out. I mean, it's sad,
Yeah,
actually. It's actually sad.
I have a friend, a comedian, who's down in the Bahamas right now.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, doing
Can he
shows
get
down
out?
there. So he can't get out, but he says they're going to brave it, so we'll see what happens. So he's just crossing his fingers. But
It's unfortunate because Haiti is already such a deprived, country, and they're just going to get slammed. Yeah, that's funny. No, I mean, try to get a little serious.
big buildings. I know.
No, it's actually very sad, and it's going to hit the whole eastern seaboard. It's looking like up from Florida on up, and we could get some of that.
Yeah,
Matthew
it's already made its
action.
devastation, and it's only getting worse. And
Right.
that's even in addition to what happened in Taiwan, Japan, and China, and all the big devastation over there.
Global warming.
It's the weather time. It's that time for just crazy weather.
It is. It's just unfortunate to, for any country or, for any of this devastation, but Haiti
it's the last
absolutely
country
just
that needs
keeps
it.
is absolutely the last country that needs it. So we're thinking of you, those of you who are out there listening, and we hope you're safe and you find some comfort, and hopefully we can help you out. The U.S. is usually pretty good about taking care of people who are in need.
Yes, and yeah, they are.
Yeah. And then we'll move on to a crazy story, this Kim Kardashian, right?
Right.
Some guys broke into her house and her condo, 2-level condo. Now, first of all, where's her bodyguard? Where's the alarm system? Where is, we're not talking about an average common person here. We're talking about Kim Kardashian. And where were they? What have you heard?
Well, the ex-bodyguard was interviewed, and I don't know if he's bitter or if it's really the truth, but he would seem to have some knowledge, and he thinks it was an inside job because he would have known, not the ex, but the current bodyguard would have known when she was and was not home, when they could go over there, and there didn't seem to be any real break-in. They almost seemed like they knew the code to get in or something.
So it had to have been inside then.
So they really think it's some sort of inside job. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the bodyguard was in on it. It might have been that somebody from the condo association or somebody who knew her might have given that info.
Maybe her husband?
Who knows? I mean, you don't put anything past Mr. West.
Oh my gosh, I know. Part of me is thinking,
Just because he's
what's
probably
going on?
hey,
Was
why
he
is
the
the
guy
world?
behind the mask?
Yeah.
And why didn't he have sex with her?
Yeah, exactly. Why am I not in the news right now? So why can I get myself in the news by having a robbery? And there you go. Anything to get publicity.
Absolutely.
It's the LA way.
It's the only way.
As soon as you're out of the spotlight, you got to find a way to get right back in.
We have David listening in. Hello.
David, you didn't break into that thing, did you? Was it you? I'd be very disappointed if it was. And if it was, tell us what you stole.
Yeah.
Because we'd like to know.
But she was worried about being attacked.
Yes.
And they didn't have sex with her.
After all the people
Was
that
that
she's
her
been through,
husband?
it's like Madonna. It's like, you really want to go in there?
It was Mr. West.
It's exactly. And who's he been with? So, quite frankly,
Everybody.
I would just take a solid handshake and leave and be like, you take care of yourself, Kim. Just want the money.
Take whatever you want, but don't
Take me. She probably take her clothes off. Do you want me? No, I'm good.
No, sorry, we're going to duct tape you.
Just
we
want the
don't
cash.
want to have sex with you, but
I
we're
don't even want the
gonna
credit
duct
card,
tape
just the cash.
you. Absolutely, so funny. Well, not funny, but we'll see how that unrolls. It's similar.
Oddly amusing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
oddly amusing for sure.
I knew I'd find the right words for it.
So how was your weekend? What happened in
Sweet.
the world of Corey?
The scene is a word for me.
Yeah, the scene.
It was a very odd scene, but I was up. I did shows in New York, but it was in Upper New York. I was
Oh.
near Utica.
Was there
And-
snow?
No, but it was cold. And the best part about doing these small town shows is that you get to see a side of life that you never see, like no stoplights.
I saw your post
Like-
about one of the towns. Like blink your eyes.
Literally, there was a
Like,
horse that came through the town. That's how desolate these towns were. Is that
seriously?
there was one? It was near this lake that it was like classic serial killer setup.
Oh, nice.
It was like a small little town near a lake, a lot of woods, you know, where serial killers might hang out, because they certainly don't hang out in the city.
Right.
You know, they're not like going to bars and stuff, and they go out and, you know, kill like 10 people. They like to go to the country where it's very calm,
Right.
I think- which is
Where they
amazing.
can
That they're
bury
so
you and, like,
angry,
throw
but
you-
yet that they live in a serene surroundings. Like they're in lakes and woods. You figure they would just kind of chill out, but they don't.
No,
They get
that's-
angrier.
That's because they have so many places that they can stuff you, cut you up, and stash you.
Yeah, you
and
figure,
bury
like, you know, over the years, like the serenity of the woods and the nature would just
No.
wash over them.
That's
They'd be
what
like,
makes
I don't
them
want to kill
crazy.
anybody anymore.
It probably makes them crazy, right?
Damn it, somebody call me. I've got no text today. I'm going to kill somebody. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're right that they get, I don't have any outside contact. What happened with the Kardashians? I can't find any Wi-Fi out here.
Let's hope our Wi-Fi, by the way, stays connected tonight. And if we lose you, please dial back in because
Yes. We had a lot of stuff. But anyway, so
Modern
yes,
technology.
it was this really cool old hotel
Uh-huh.
that they do comedy in now, which was great. And they converted this thing. They've been doing it for like 4 years, and it always sells out, and it's great. So, but it's this old kind of shady hotel that's definitely like
Right.
around the fall and around Halloween
Yeah.
makes you very nervous. And
Like,
it was kind of like,
here's Johnny.
yeah, there's a little
Yeah,
shining aspect
there's
to
a
it.
little shiny.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
like nobody had an axe, but you know, as soon as I saw twins, I got the hell out of there. I just, Corey, want to come play? No, thank you. I'm good. Thank you.
Any
Unless they were like-
head spinning or
Unless they were hot older twins, you know, and they were like, you know, both 28, then maybe, yeah, I would have gone and played with them. But, you know, when they're 14 and they got the both blue dresses on, you're like, no, I'm good.
no, that's just you.
It was creepy. It was creepy. It was creepy. That's what they had
It's
in the
like
movie.
Chucky running around.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Chucky or
And then they went to this other town called Little Falls that was truly little. Their falls are little, but their hearts are big.
really. So how'd that show go?
That went really well. That was sold out too.
Oh, awesome.
Great townspeople. And the funniest part of the whole show was somebody was talking, and I said, "What are you, like the town lawyer?" Like she was just kind of going on and on and on. And somebody yells over there, and she goes, and he said something to her. I said, "Hey, whoa, I'll take care of the cut-ups." And she goes back. She goes, "No, it's okay. I know him." I'm like, "Really? What are the chances in a town of 1,000 people that you know the same person?"
He's
And he goes,
they probably.
No. It's just like it was a small town. Everybody, it's like being in a
Yeah.
college. You know everybody.
Right, and you
Who doesn't know everybody?
And
It's a town of
when you
Mayberry.
know everybody, you know everybody.
You think they're all having sex with there together?
Why not?
Or
Who
the
else
horse?
are they going to have sex with? Who else are they going to play with?
It's just turn into a horse. It's true. That's what, and there was one woman who was talking about getting divorced. I'm like, wait, divorce for what? Where are you going to go? You're either related to them or you already know them. So no matter what you're doing, it's a very enclosed capsule of people. So I don't know what she was going to do, but
Right.
so it was pretty weird. But there was both good groups of people. Small town,
Right.
you know, people who lived there their whole lives, never left.
Right.
I don't think they made it past Big
Right.
Falls. You know, it's the whole town is this small.
Only to go to Little Falls.
Yes, I think they
Yeah.
made it to Big Falls and came back and said it was too
So-
crazy for them.
Did you hook up?
Mm-mm.
No, you didn't meet anybody.
There was a couple of married women that I think were looking. As I told you, they were like unhappy in their marriages. There was this woman who was married to this guy who was like, you remember Tattoo from Fantasy Island?
Totally.
He was
yeah.
taller than him,
He played.
barely.
He played.
Yes, he was not from Fantasy Island because there's nothing fantasy about this guy. He was just fat and nasty, and this woman knew she was quite attractive, and she was
Really?
talking about how she was very unhappy in her marriage after the show.
Hmm.
And it was like one of those deals where it was like, yeah, I mean, she was like, so how long are you staying in town? I'm like, I'm leaving in about a half hour.
Go out the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Right?
she's like, aren't you staying in this hotel? I'm like, no,
No,
leaving
no,
very
no.
soon. But it was, yeah, because it was like in those small towns. It just, you can tell he just gets so unhappy so quick. I mean, she had 3 kids with a guy. You can tell he's like the town drunk. It was kind of unfortunate.
That's sad.
I felt bad. Yeah, I felt bad for her. So that's why I only had sex with her twice.
With her
Yeah,
husband or
But-
without?
well, he filmed it, which was nice
Oh,
because I wanted a memento of Little Falls, and I figured that's the best one to have is me having sex with your wife.
We'll see that next week.
Right.
Stay tuned.
Yes, it's going to be highly edited. It's just going to be like opening title, oh my god, credits. That's it.
That's it.
It's very quick.
1, 2, 3.
It was like, did somebody
1001,
fast forward that? It was very quick.
1002, 1003. All right.
Yeah, I make them count, so just make it seem like it goes faster.
Excellent. All
It
right.
slows down the process.
So that's it.
So that was the most of the weekend.
So
It
any
was up to-
cow tipping up there? Anything?
the amazing part of that town is that everything shuts down at 2. And when I say 2, it's 2 p.m., not
Are
a.m.
you kidding me?
I went and had lunch at 12:30. They kicked me out of this diner that's supposed to be like an all-day diner. They kicked me out at 2, saying they're closing down. I went to the barber, the hairdresser, there was a bowling alley, there was a hardware store, and 2 bars. They were all closed at 2:15. I then had the gumption to say, is there a workout place in this town? And the woman
did
goes,
not.
oh yeah, you go to the Y. I get my stuff on, I get to the Y, it's 2:31, the woman is locking the door
No.
to the YMCA at 2:31.
What
I
are
said,
they, is it like siesta?
I
Like
said,
here?
is there like a strip
Are they
club open
in
at
Italy? What are they
2:35? Like, why is everybody shutting down at 2 o'clock and leaving the whole town?
Because they're going to have.
Relations, yeah, it's going to be like this.
Everybody.
They're all count tipping, and then they're all having a circle of sex or something. I don't know. It's like, why is everybody
They're
leaving?
playing on the Ouija board.
2 o'clock
Strange
is the
stuff.
magical time in this town. Like, if you, God forbid, you want to do anything past
Yeah.
like 2:05,
Well,
you're screwed.
That's sort of like, in Italy. When I was in Italy, everything shut down. Everybody
But
went.
that's
and they,
different.
like-
I was in Italy too, in a small town, and they were closed random times. I would go at 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. 6. They were always closed. They were always like, "I'll be back in an hour." The thing always said, "I'll be back in an hour." And the guy was never back in an hour. I mean, he might have come back in an hour for like 8 seconds and then left again,
Right.
because every time I came back,
Yeah.
the thing didn't move, but I'd be back in an hour. I came back at 3, I'll be back at 4. I came back at 4:05, I'll be back at 5:05. Like, this guy came back just to turn the clock ahead an hour, just so he wouldn't be there. It was amazing.
So when my experience was like a 3-hour stint, and I'm like, what are they doing for 3 hours? They're eating, they're sleeping, they're probably having some wine, but 3 hours,
Yeah, they don't work.
they don't work.
They live their
There's
life
another,
to be happy, which is
yeah,
great.
super.
Especially in
Yeah.
Italy, they live their life to be happy. It's like, listen, I'll work
Yeah.
enough to make money, but I don't work all the time just to work. I want to live my life.
I could easily blend.
This town is the same way. There's nobody working in this town. If somebody made over 12,000 a year, it would probably be a miracle, because I don't know what they
But
do.
somehow they exist, and it's
Somehow they
great.
exist,
Yeah.
and there's nothing in that town. Like, I don't know where you work.
So, I grew up, I was born in Iowa, and in a teeny little town. I was born in Iowa.
I knew that.
I was.
I'm just
born
playing
in
like I
Iowa.
don't know.
So we're talking about little towns. My grandfather was like the chief of police. He built the library. He was the mayor. Let's see, what else did he do? Library, mayor. They built the church. So my grandfather had this car called the Green Hornet. And it was like the first speed gun.
I remember that.
the police had. And it was like this big. The speed gun was like a rifle.
Hey, don't go
And
bragging.
and I was all about that big. And he would say, come on, let's go for a ride. And we would literally sit in his car and pull his friends over, because the town was Arlington, Iowa, this teeny little town. And it was, you blink literally, and that was it. And we would pull his friends over, and it was hilarious. I'm a little kid, and my grandfather had an amazing sense of humor. And he would just harass them. But the funny thing is, a few years ago, there was a Bachelor episode. And I don't watch that stuff, but I was like randomly on TV. I rarely watch TV. And all of a sudden I'm watching there, and I see this camera to this tower in the teeny little town of Arlington that I'm from and that I spent every summer with. And there's this hot bachelor guy that apparently lives there.
Wow.
And is this farmer and so on and so forth. And I'm going, well, where the hell was he?
If only you stuck around a few more years, you would have found your man.
Yeah, he was a little bit younger. But
Well, that's why you got to stick around. You can't be so abrupt to leave.
I know, but these little towns are unbelievable, and I can't.
They're a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun,
And
but it's sad because some of them don't exist anymore, or they're dying. And one of those towns is where I came from, and I was back there. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I was back there, but we had our 89 family reunion, and they do it every year. And I
What was
want to
exactly?
bring. I want to bring my family. Huh?
What was exactly the year?
Almost like 89 years. Like they've been doing this. They all bring a potluck dish to they have a golf tournament. And in the summer in Iowa, everything is burnt out. So your ball is going to go 10 million miles. You're going to hit that thing and you're going to
Ball's
see
gonna
it.
go where?
you hit the ball. You hit the ball on the golf course because it's so burnt out. It's so
Do you see
hot.
Robert compensating for that answer? Oh, you hit the ball on the golf course off the
I'm
tee.
ignoring him. So
No,
anyway,
but going to those little falls, it was like you're saying, yeah, there's some of them don't exist, but a
Yeah.
lot of them do, because I went, so it was like here in New York was like the one thing, I had to go across the state to the other side of New York and come down and like through the middle
like
of
Finger
Pennsylvania.
Lakes, the Finger Lakes.
So yeah, it was good,
Yeah.
but I had to like, you know, I
Right.
started over here in like the eastern part of New York, I went to western, and I
Right.
went down, and as I was coming back through, it was an amazing, beautiful view of the land, the trees, the whole stuff, but what scared me was, I'm
Chucky.
going through these old towns.
Chucky.
I'm going through these old towns. Even in the middle of the day, it was scary because there was one place talking about the library. I went through this town. I swear to God, there was no stoplight. There was a blinking red light. There was no stop signs. There may have been 8 people total in this town. They had a church, a couple of pizza places. The church was the big thing. They were all there as I was going through in the morning. And the library, I kid you not, there was a shingle hanging saying public library. It was the size of a closet.
At least they had one.
I mean, if they had more than 4 books, it would have been a mirror. I don't know what you do. You walk in there and you probably go right out the back door. I mean, there's probably not even anything. It was like this long, narrow hallway.
It's
of a
crazy. These
library.
little towns, like no one knows these beautiful little towns exist.
Yeah, but there's a little creepiness to them,
There's
too.
total creepiness. Like, so when I was a kid, it wasn't creepy because like my grandmother would send me to the butcher, like go pick up this steer, and I'd come back, like literally they're like hauling, dragging the steer in, and they're like chopping it up in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God, really? Is this happening?
Oh,
and I
yeah.
go home with the best
Chopped
steak
up
she'll ever
meat.
have in
Oh,
your
yeah.
whole life, and meat. And then of course they had one bar, the Welcome Inn. And of course you could bring your kids. And so, you know, my grandfather would be like, they'd have ice cream for the kids over here and then like alcohol, like a bar and a pool table. And the kids mingled and the parents hung out.
Really, the welcome
And
in.
you had the Welcome In and they actually had pretty good food. It was all right. And then they had the one grocery store.
If you drank too much, does it become the welcome out?
Yeah, well, and you know, so as a kid going out there every summer, my parents used to split us up because my brother and I were always, you know, brother
Right,
sister.
yeah, sure.
You know,
Beat the crap out of each other.
yeah, totally.
But yeah,
So-
but these towns are really cool. And as I
They
was
are
going through these
cool.
towns, I don't know if
Yep.
anybody out there saw Making a Murderer. There was the one on
Oh, no.
Netflix. It was really weird. But this guy, I mean, it's a long story. So there's basically this guy lived on this really weird farm with all these old cars. And he ended up getting convicted for this murder, but that's a lot. It's too long a story to get into. But
Yes, please
that
don't.
kind of
Please
farm,
don't.
it's an incredible story. You have to, if you haven't seen it, it's an
I'm
incredible.
gonna check that out.
Check Netflix. Yeah, it's a great
Okay.
series. But anyway, the guy who lived on this farm, got accused of this murder and then getting convicted of it, he lived on this really weird farm with all these cars on it and all these old houses and all this dilapidated antiques and stuff. I saw at least 3 places like this on my drive.
Wow.
That was kind of like really like literally the curtain blowing through the window kind of thing, like, and you're just driving through. And as I drove to one of the last farms I saw, I kid you not, there was a guy. I'm walking through. There was a whole thing of sheep and cows.
Uh-oh.
He had the hoodie on. He had a scarf covering his face,
No.
and he had a 12-gauge shotgun, and was standing at the edge of his property as I drove by. Now, I don't think he was angry at me or anything was about me,
Well,
but
yeah.
he's standing near his cows and sheep, just standing kind of like
Protecting
protecting
them.
him. But he's got something cover his face. As I'm driving by, he did lower the gun. Now, he didn't point at my car, but he did lower. He went from like hanging
Wow.
like this to lowering the gun.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. And it was so, I was like, this is the kind of classic thing that it's amazing to me. I was even talking to my mom about this. Comedians in the old days, you had to go to these places all the time in the middle of nowhere, New York, Maryland, Virginia, all over the East Coast, which I do now. And sometimes you get the big clubs, and sometimes you get the little stuff that pays the bills. And where did you go? If you're leaving one of these small venues and going home and you get lost, where do you go? Because you can't, if you break down or you get lost,
There's no Marriott.
no.
There's no Weston.
You kidding me? Maybe you get a Motel 6 if you're lucky.
You
But
have
if you
to
didn't,
knock on somebody's door and say, "Can I rent a bed for
but
them?"
that's the thing is they'll blow you away. These small towns are telling me that there's don't ever,
There's
ever
probably, like,
get out of your
people-
car and go to somebody's house because they will shoot first and ask questions later. They don't care your race, color, creed. If you walk up to that door, they are going to
You
shoot
cannot
you.
touch it. That's
They will shoot
You're
first
in-
because
you know
the
what
state
you do?
cops
You
are the
sleep
ones that
in your
control
car.
it.
You
Yeah,
sleep in your
exactly.
car.
Because the state cops
Yeah.
will not get there for like 45 minutes. So they're like, why would we wait? We're just going to shoot.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
Wow.
nuts.
So
But
you
it was
got
a weird. Even driving through the daytime, I was happy because of the trees and the farms was kind of cool, but also kind of creeped out because the landscape and the people that were there were very weird. There was two people like riding around on tractors that also had the hood up,
You know what?
and you couldn't see their face. It was just like I don't know. It was very very creepy, but yet exhilarating
Right.
going through this old town.
So I think that would be a great documentary.
Hmm.
And I would love to write some like short stories on a serious side, not about beavers. But maybe, oh my
I
God,
would.
can you imagine the
I'll
beavers
write-
out there?
I'll write the
There's
beavers.
no way that they landscape out there.
You know, well, not well. I'm sure they give it a shot doing their own. I'm sure it's like
But,
a
I
gas
mean,
station in Pennsylvania.
maybe the
It's
guys
self-service.
like all that because they're like, hardy farm boys.
You mean it's like beard and then like beard versus beard?
Beard and beard. So anyways, a lot of
Arrgh. I'm stuck. Hold on. There we go. I don't know how they got caught in there. I don't know about that, but
I was thinking that. I'm so glad you said that.
There's something to said that I'm sure there's a lot of au naturel out there because certainly the
Totally
smells and
au
everything
natural.
too. But
Yeah. But that's
it was
okay.
a wild drive.
That's okay.
It was a
But
wild.
that
It was a
would
great
be-
weekend.
But
Wild
how great
drive.
would that be to like write a book? You could.
I never read a book. I'd love to do a
Documentary.
documentary, like going through, like
Documentary.
doing, like a comedian doing, like very
See if
small
you can
towns all
survive
throughout
it.
the
A
country.
comedian, that would be hilarious.
Go all throughout the country
Wow.
doing small shows in
Yeah.
small towns. It would be
Totally.
incredible.
And I
think
could-
people would love to watch that.
I would wax everybody. Compliment.
As you go through.
Yeah. Excuse me. Would you like to?
Hey, for Lance and Bald
landscape your
Eagles,
garden?
call CC.
No, it's not always about the bald eagle. You can have a landing strip. You can have other stuff, a little heart. Yeah.
I don't know if the parents would be as receptive to you walking through going, all right, now where's your daughter so I can wax the crap
No,
out
it's
of her
not the
beef?
daughter. It's the moms. How about the moms?
No, they don't care. They don't have sex. That woman was telling me she doesn't have sex anymore. She hasn't had sex in like 2 years.
Look who she's married to.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yeah.
Tattoo with the drunk attitude.
Even
I know.
the guy from Game of Thrones is cuter. He's a little person. Oh, what?
Are you gonna have sex with him?
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, then there you go. The poor guy's got nothing.
No. So, anyways, obviously you had a very active weekend. When did you get
What?
back?
I got back late Sunday night.
So, the scene in Cece's, in her. In
I went to
her
Home
world-
Depot and came right home.
Well, it was Parent Weekend, and I love Parent Weekend.
There you go.
Parent
Okay, of
Weekend's
course.
awesome, but Parent Weekend with rain, 4 days.
Oh, it's tough.
Okay, all of you parents out there with young ones. Now, teenagers who can, they figure it out. There's definitely plenty for them to do.
Right.
But with young ones, holy crap. Okay, first of all,
You didn't play
All
like
right.
Shoots and Ladders or something?
so it was funny.
Game of backgammon?
We were listening to
Trivial Pursuit?
I always play music, and the kids come over for a play date. And I loved it. The whole weekend between us doing activities and play dates, I always consistently had 4 to 5 little girls in the house, and it was great because
4 to 5 or 4 to 5?
not 45, 4 to 5, 4 to 5
No, I thought it
years
was
old.
fortified.
Oh, fortified.
There were
No,
4 to 5
no,
kids.
no.
They were really strong.
Yeah. So
They were backed by the government. They were fortified.
So they're all running around, and this is an older house, and there's all this crazy. I thought I had like a group of boys in the house because there's like all this banging and crazy stuff going on. I'm like, why aren't they playing with dolls? So, anyways, they come down. They're always hungry. I know boys are always hungry. These girls
Women are
can eat.
always.
Yes,
This
we
is
are.
it. Can we talk about it?
I am too.
Right?
I love to eat. I do.
David,
I
talk to me, man. You're watching. If you're married or dating somebody, the women like constantly hungry. And the weird part
I'm
is
hungry
they'll open
all
up a
the
whole
time.
bag of chips. Like I'm so hungry.
Oh, I don't eat.
They'll have 3 of them, and then like I'm stuffed. So they'll ruin
That's
the whole
because
bag of
they
chips.
go to dinner and stick their finger down their throat. That's why. And then they're like trying to
Have a normal
make the
meal.
guy think that
Have,
they
like,
really have an appetite.
Have a little
but
bit of
they really
suffering.
don't.
Like be hungry for like an extra hour so you can eat a full meal.
All right, I'm
Is
just
that-
hungry all the time. So anyways, so these little girls, and they're
Ugh.
adorable, and they're sitting there, and we're listening to Sonos music, and we do dance parties, and it's hysterical. So we're in the kitchen, because that's where I hang out, and the music's going, and
You're
they're
always
having
hungry.
a snack, and all of a sudden a commercial comes on, Donald Trump saying, and I endorse this message, or, that
I
whole...
saw a light go by, so you see somebody
Yeah,
agrees
there's
with
a
me.
bunch of people
Women are
who
always
like-
hungry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like starve yourself for like an hour so you
Right.
can have a normal meal instead of having like
So-
43 things.
So anyways, I have these little girls, and they hear this, Trump message, like, and I endorse this message, blah, blah, blah. And so the one little girl says, I said to them, I said, so do you guys know who's running for president? Do you know what's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, Trump and Hillary. And the one little girl says, so I would vote for Hillary even though she lies a lot. And then the other little girl says, well, I don't think I'd vote for Trump only because his name is Donald and McDonald's food is really bad for you. And Trump, I don't like to play the trumpet. And it's kind of cute because they don't know the real story. But
It's kind of cute?
I mean, the things that come out of kids' mouths, right?
So she's not voting for Donald Trump because she doesn't play a musical instrument and food is bad.
Her mother
bad
might
for
like
her.
be a healthy, tree-hugging, organic kind of eater.
Non-music lover.
No, I love music. She happens to like
Oh.
the keyboard. But anyways, it's just funny what comes out of kids'
Tell
mouths.
her
So,
she's probably good at the keyboard because she sucked on the organ.
oh my God, that's horrible. You just said that about my daughter.
No! It's another woman.
Oh, okay.
Your daughter.
So anyways, it was just funny to hear about the whole Hillary
Joke
thing
gone
and
wrong.
that these kids, though, I know. I'm a little slow in the uptake. You know that. So
Write them down for her.
I try.
I explain them later.
I think there's-
Diagram is sentence
there's
for
blonde
it.
roots.
Here's your adjective, there's your verb.
There's blonde.
There is.
Yeah. So,
I don't know what's going on.
So anyway, so 4 days of rain, and it finally got to the point. So we did the movie. All right,
Movie
guys,
was saved.
everybody has to see Storks. I know
No.
it is hilarious. There's so much adult humor in there. It is hilarious.
It's really good?
It was absolutely probably one of the best animated
take
movies
me?
I've
How
ever
can you
seen.
take me?
I'm not taking you.
Come on.
No.
If it's for adults, I'm going to enjoy it, then
Take
take
one
me.
of your young girlfriends.
There's too many to take.
Exactly.
One adult, 4
He
children.
needs the discount, the group discount.
Why 4 children? Shut up, man.
The
Just give
Girl
me the tickets.
Scouts, he's bringing the Girl Scouts.
That's right. You guys bring the Thin Mints. I'll buy the tickets.
So, the movie is fantastic. I fully support it. Absolutely, CC loves it. So, I found myself laughing entirely through the whole show and the concept. And then at the end of it, I was like, holy crap, what if my daughter says, do babies really come from storks? And I'm like, oh shit, this is how it
It's
starts.
okay.
Well, no, but then, you have to lie. And,
Yeah, but then you
I'm
tell them
not-
when they're older, then it comes from
She has
vagina.
never seen, she has never seen a stork.
Well, storks have vaginas too. We've got to come out of them,
Well,
right?
no, if you see them,
It's
go
a
see
stork
the
vagina.
movie. Go see, they come out of a factory. People send letters in, and they go through this machine
Is that what
and
your
they
daughter
produce
thinks?
babies. And it's so cute. It's adorable. So, anyways, so finally get to the point where the highlight of my weekend was
This will be
everything.
good.
Everything about being.
Get your pencil paper ready.
Yeah. All right.
I highlighted my
He doesn't
weekend.
have kids, never married, so he has no clue what
Right.
the joy is.
The joy.
So, so we woke up one morning and I said, no.
That was the highlight of your weekend when you woke
No.
up?
So
I'm
one
still
night,
alive.
we did breakfast.
For dinner?
Breakfast for dinner.
Nice, I
So
like it.
she
My
says,
favorite,
Mom,
my
I want
favorite.
some crispy bacon. And I'm like, really? Like, I've never seen her eat bacon. So
Wow.
I buy this uncured, the healthy bacon.
Okay.
I whip it up and I'm like,
Was it blessed by the
I
rabbi?
never eat that stuff. No, I'm not Jewish.
I wanna
I'm
be
like
Jewish.
snarfing on it because I never eat that. It's sort of like getting a bag of Doritos or potato chips.
Oh,
I'm
you
like,
can't have one.
you cannot have one.
Right.
So she ate some and so on and so forth. We had this great breakfast, sprinkles on the pancakes, everything. Watched the movie Zootopia. It was fantastic. Snuggled up on the couch the next morning. It's still glary, weary, terrible, yucky out, as she says, Mom. It's so yucky out.
Okay.
We got on our bikes, rode in the mist, came back,
Rode in the Mist.
rode in the mist.
Now that sounds like a good documentary.
It does.
Rode in the Mist.
I know.
Go see
I know.
it right now.
For everybody.
Theaters.
So, absolutely, the greatest morning was Sunday morning, and she said, "I want to play my violin." And she doesn't take lessons because she thinks she's,
God's gift
an
to violins.
accomplished violin player, and I'm just like, okay. But she wanted one, so we rented one, and we sat out on the porch in the misty rain. I got a big cup of Joe. You might have seen it on my Facebook page.
Big cup of Joe.
With I had these big fur blankets, and I sat out on our outdoor couch on the front patio, and she played for, I'm not kidding, an hour. The neighbors would walk the dogs by, and they're drinking coffee, and everybody's like, that is
Happy.
so awesome. And I was so happy. Like, that's a great kid.
That is
She's
a great
just
kid.
hanging with Mom, playing the violin.
You ran around at all? Can I borrow her?
No, you can't borrow her. No. So anyways, it was a very,
Kids are very good at
it wasn't the typical scene CC weekend, but it was a great CC weekend because everybody has kids out there, and I am so blessed to like know so many people who like actually love to do things with their kids and actually live to like make their experience as a kid memorable because they grow up so fast and then they don't want anything to do with you. Then they're like, I want to go to a sleepover and I want to,
Can I borrow for like a weekend?
No.
Kids are great
No
chick
way.
getters.
There's no way. She's
It's like dogs.
She's a ninja.
Kids and
She'll
dogs
kick your
are great
ass.
chick getters.
She's a ninja. So anyways,
We can kung fu fight, and then we can go out and pick up chicks.
excellent. You're not touching her. So anyways,
She will be
it was
great.
a very
I'll bring her to- I'll bring her to
heartwarming
the pub.
weekend.
She'll
It was
get
a very
all kinds of
heartwarming
girls.
weekend. So
Right.
Cece always has like some,
Something to talk about.
something to talk about. And I came across some research, as I always do, and this relates to all of my adult friends out there that are listening and who I know. And women get a bad rap about this. And men want this all the time. So, what do you think it is?
You go first.
So anyways, there is this awesome on WebMD article about how sex is really good for you and why. And we know the obvious, okay? We know the obvious, make
Get your
babies.
pheromones going.
Well, yeah, everybody wants to
Get
make
your blood
babies.
going. Because that's
I
good
don't
exercise.
anymore,
You
but,
can last more than 8 seconds, which I don't, but some guys do.
Oh, you need to work on that.
No,
You gotta
it's-
get
I'm
something
done with it.
to fix that.
And most women are just they're not even.
You get a
comfortable with
little
me
ring.
Most,
that,
people are,
like,
most women are
controls
comfortable with me
that.
naked, so they're happy to have it end quicker.
Yeah, really?
Can you throw a sweater on while you're doing this?
Can you put a mask over here?
Right.
Sort of like the
You
guy
just
on
have
the
that George
farm.
Clooney mask just kind of flip right over your face. That'd be perfect.
Oh my gosh, I feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's all right. I feel bad for them too. Trust me, that's why it goes
Is
so
that why you
fast.
never got
I
married?
finished quick because I feel bad.
Oh, yeah.
My line is, it'll be over before you regret it.
That's
my line.
because you're selfish. You're not a giver.
I want to. They don't want it.
You,
But,
come on.
I think the Quaaludes wear off. And I
Do
think
you find that most women that you date like to, fool around?
like to fool around?
Yeah.
Of course, as you get older, women get older, and their sexual peak is coming. So of course, it's a whole dynamic of now. Of like when I'm dating women, like they want it every 5 seconds.
How old
Now,
are they? How old are they?
Now, of course, I'm like, where were you 20 years ago when I was, up and around?
Wait a
every
minute.
5 seconds.
These are the older women you're dating.
Yeah,
What age?
they're just older, like 30s, 40s. They're just
30s
like
is not older.
30s is older.
No,
And that's
it's
when
not.
women in their 20s are like, we don't need to have sex. We can just hang out and just
I
be
thought
friends.
women in their 20s were
30s
like little
and-
nymphs.
30s
no?
and 40s, especially in their 40s, after
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been divorced and they've been around the block. They're like, let's just have sex. I have been used.
That's good though.
I have been
You
used.
probably dated for a long
I've
time.
cried.
being
I have
used,
cried
right?
in the fetal position.
Stop. No, you haven't.
Just someone would make me a proud man. Make me
Just
an honest
wanna-
man.
I
Make
just
me an honest man.
I just
woman.
want to take her out to dinner, but she just wants to have sex
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
time.
I'm like, can we just read a book
That
or
must have
something?
sucked for you.
It's just like she's always ripping my clothes off. It's like, can we just cuddle? Can we just cuddle and just
Oh my God.
share our feelings?
Are you a
And-
cuddler?
At the right times.
Really?
Sure. I mean, it's not all the time,
Do
but
you
sure.
think I'm a cuddler?
I think you're done. Once you're done, you're done.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I'm sure it's one time you're like, listen, you can leave now. It's okay. You don't have to stick around.
I mean, you
I can see you as a woman who likes to own her own bed. Like, listen, you don't need to stick around if you don't want to. Like, if you want to, you can be on that side of the bed, but you
So
don't need to stick
Corey and I don't know each other.
We do!
Well, we know each other, but like,
Intimately.
well, definitely not that. But
Mentally.
mentally, like, I mean, we're buds, but we've been
Mentally
business
intimate.
partners. Yeah. So,
I don't know about
anyway,
you. I run through it a few times.
so yeah.
I can see that.
By the way, you're wrong on all counts there.
Mentally, she's
On
rolling
owning
her
the
eyes
bed.
the whole time, like,
I know.
is it almost over? Is it almost
So-
over?
When am I going to get him? When is he going to get
I'm gonna have a fake phone call in about 5 seconds.
Sorry,
Ring, yelp! I gotta stop. I would love that
the
second.
president's on the line. I gotta go.
It's my neighbor. They're filming something. I gotta go over there.
Gotta go. So,
Call back to the earlier part.
so
Go ahead.
there are these 15 reasons why you should have more sex, and I read this.
I think we
and
should
said,
choose that. I think we should choose that because I have a question for you.
When do you want to ask that question?
Right now.
Okay,
So
go
we'll tease
ahead.
that because I want people to hold on for a second. So
Okay, here's the question.
there's an issue running through that I've had in past relationships as well as
Oh, we have someone new here. Who's that? Hey, Jay.
Jay. This will be good.
Jay and I go
Jay and
way
Dave.
back. Hey, Jay.
Jay and Dave would be good. So the question is, my boyfriend and I were doing a long distance for a while, and a few months ago he moved closer. So now they live like about 45 minutes from each other. But
Okay.
she spends 45 nights at his place, and he's only been to her place a handful of times.
Oh.
So I guess she's upset that he needs to come over more often. But his excuses range from I have a dog to take care of to it's easier for me driving. It's easier for you to drive to me than it is for me to drive to you. So there's a lot of excuses, but he does have his dog and the whole thing. So she was asking for advice. Like, I know this matter is probably trivial in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like he doesn't listen. Like, I wish it was more equal.
It's not listening, honey.
So what do you think?
Oh, he totally has another girl, for sure. First of all,
Oh, she's spending 4 to 5 days with him, and it's always at his place. So he's spending a
but
lot
is
of
it
time.
during the week or on the weekend?
Both. So he comes over a couple times during the week and then the weekends.
Maybe.
But he says he's got his dog thing. So
So why can't
I
you
guess
bring
the
the
thing
dog?
is
Why
with the
can't you bring
guys,
the
like,
dog?
do you? So for Dave and Jay and a couple other guys or women out there who are watching, a couple of ladies who are tuned in, is it have to be equal? Does it have to be 50-50? Or is there a situation where there's a reason to go to one place more often than not?
Well, I think men tend to be cozier at a woman's place. It tends to be
I actually do.
more,
I prefer going
like,
to a woman's place.
It's
I
sort of
really
like
do.
being in the West End
You
having
know
my
what?
bed.
It's cleaner.
Like, it's cleaner.
There's more food.
And she
It's more
dotes
fun.
on you. She dotes on you, I bet. Right? Right?
And I get that. Yeah, you're right. That's a good call. I have a
Totally.
feeling that
Yeah.
they are more prone to doting on you at their place than if you go to their place, they feel like they should be doted upon.
Yeah, you go to the guy's place. Like,
So I
hey,
think a guy was more
here's-
prone to
here's
go
a
to
bag
his
of
place.
chips
So
and
I
a
think he's
hot
kind
dog.
of more of a.
And-
I wouldn't say he's an anomaly, but I feel that there's both. There's probably people that are more comfortable at their place, and other people who are more comfortable going to other places.
I think men generally feel more comfortable at a woman's place because we are.
I think so.
We,
I do.
we
I
are,
definitely do.
and we like to take care of our men.
But
Yeah.
I've dated women that have like terrible TV. Gotta have good TV.
Oh, you gotta have good TV.
Gotta have good TV. There's definitely
Totally.
terrible TVs.
You gotta have nice, comfy linens,
Yes.
right? Right.
Oh.
And lots of lingerie.
I did a woman who lived in
Some really-
Philadelphia who had like
That
the
just
worst
went over
bed.
his head.
I know you went right
Sexy
past that.
lingerie
Worst
went
bed
over.
ever, and she.
How can you have a bad bed?
Yeah, that was terrible. And okay, so here's a question for you. TV, and this is for you, Dave and Jay too, and a couple ladies who have tuned in.
And some guys.
Yeah, what is the deal with TV in the bedroom? Is it good or bad, or should you have it?
So I have a TV in mind by process of elimination because there was nowhere else to put it. Okay. And I never
What does that
watched
mean?
it. Well, it's so
There's nowhere else to put it.
So
There's like 14 rooms in this house.
we had a TV in every room, and since I've been divorced,
Right.
I just haven't moved it into another room. So, anyways, I never watch it, but I have a young daughter, so it's handy when I have to keep her busy while I'm showering or whatever. Anyways, here's my rule on the TV. I am like all about. First of all, do not turn the TV on like pre-fun rolling, the Olympics in bed,
No TV while things are happening.
unless it's
While it's party time.
party.
So no
You know,
TV
unless
while
it's-
party time.
No, why would you do that? Light
Okay.
the candles, play the music.
Can there be TV after party time?
It depends. It depends. I think that if you're in a comfortable relationship and you know that like you are like totally into each other and it's not just like an escape, absolutely. What
So
I
just-
like to do is like wake up in the morning too sometimes, and then after a good,
Another roll in
a little
party time?
romp in the sack. Sometimes it's great to like catch up on like Fox.
Yeah,
News
sure,
and,
right. Fox
you know,
News, come on. Gilligan's
anywho,
Island, that's what you watch,
yeah.
right? Back me
Well,
up,
in the
those
morning,
guys.
you
Come
know,
on,
you
back
wanna-
me up.
You want to find out what's going on, and or just like
But that's the
curling
thing.
around, like hanging out, and
So this is the other thing
Yeah.
that kind of gets involved in
Smoking
marriages and
weed.
relationships.
No, I'm
But
kidding.
yeah,
I'm totally kidding.
snort a little heroin.
So, but
There
if
you
you, but if you use that TV as like
No.
a crutch or an
But
escape,
There's,
I mean,
the,
you
there's
should,
the other
unless it's
question.
porn,
The other question that goes back and forth.
sexy
Do you
stuff. I don't know.
do you like to fall asleep with TV? Do you like to wake up to
Oh,
TV?
I totally do not want TV falling asleep
Plus,
to TV.
okay, so
Yeah.
it's got to be silenced.
No.
Here's hear from our audience, but I want to hear them too.
Yeah.
So what about waking up? Like, can you wake up and then immediately watch TV just to kind of
No,
every day?
you know what? I don't need that. It's I wake up and I just like.
What do you do?
I just like hang out and like Like hang out and do stuff. No, I don't mind that quiet stuff. I don't.
I'm just gonna stare at the ceiling for about 10 minutes and then get my day
No,
started.
like I just I love.
Like when you wake up, what do you do?
All right, so I have those like yummy linens and the comfy cozy bed and.
What do you make
the
love to your
room,
linens?
Pretty much. And like a bunch of pillows and like skylights and the sun comes in and like.
Oh, Mr. Linen, where have you been all my life? Oh, Mr. Linen, oh.
Oh, come on. Anyway.
Call me later. I'm in the shower. Don't
No,
make out with the mattress.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of.
I see you looking at the comforter.
You know what?
Don't look at that comforter.
One of the first things I do is I get up and I roll down to the kitchen and I make a little cup of coffee and then I start blaring the music. Even when like my 7-year-old, I'm like, I'm gonna get her ass out of bed. I'm gonna.
If you wake up, there's differences. The people who wake up, boom, they're out of bed, and boom, they're starting the day. Boom, they're downstairs doing a coffee. But there are people who, like me, I like to ease into my day.
I'm an easer into the day, but I'm a bad influence if I.
So that's the thing. So what do you do? You have to stay. You sit in bed. You just what do you?
If I have a person next to me, and they want to get up, I'm like, I suck them back in. Yeah, it's not good. I mean, I am like one of those. But during the week and you have things to do, yeah, up and at 'em. Go get that.
Yeah, well, there's another way to be up and at 'em, by the way, too.
Well, and that's isn't that just like an every guy thing? So yeah, so TV, no.
TV, no. Okay.
I mean, TV's good.
But you wake up on like on a Saturday, like you don't want to watch a little TV, like ease into your day.
Oh, totally.
How do you ease it? Like let's say it's
First of all, I have a 7-year-old, so I don't ease into my day.
Well,
so every other weekend,
you're available for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Even if you do start with sex, even if after sex you're gonna be like you're not gonna jump right out of bed.
No.
You're gonna cuddle a little bit.
Who does that?
But it has a little TV. Can you cuddle?
I love to watch TV and cuddle. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Put on a good movie or even like a fun show. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Or the film from the night before.
There you go. That you didn't watch because you were making out too much. There you go. See? That's what it's all about. You finish it.
So anyways, I think it all depends on your relationship with the person and how comfortable you are and how
Sure.
secure you are with the relationship. Because
Absolutely.
some guys are not secure and some girls aren't. And some girls get offended by a lot of things, and I'm not one of them, but I know that's a surprise to you.
Right.
So anyways, that's a good question though for her, because I think that if the guy doesn't, I don't think it's anything she should worry about. I merely think it's that he's super comfortable at her place.
What if she has, what if, now, here's the thing. Like,
She's super comfortable at his place.
Here's the other dynamic. So let's say that she lives alone and he's got roommates.
Oh God, why would you date him if he has roommates?
Well, I understand, but don't you think he should spend more time at her place, right?
Totally, but that's like college.
No, let's say the reverse. Let's say that he lives alone and she's got roommates. Don't you think it'd be more...
She needs to get rid of her roommate.
Let's say take it off the table. Let's say that
then
she's
she should spend more time at his place.
Right.
I think you go where, unless you're
now,
having
what if he or she lives with their parents?
Who dates them?
Exactly. So
Do you live with your parents?
No, I have my own place. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I have dated some people who live with either parents or roommates.
You have?
Yes.
Parents?
Yes.
How old were they? Like
old. Bad.
No.
Yeah.
That can't happen.
Yeah.
Come on.
Guys, back me up. Talk to me. What are you doing?
Can't. No.
So you shouldn't date them anyway. But let's say
How long
you do
did you date the girl that lived with their parents?
Bad. Too long.
Are you kidding me?
But let's just say that you did. Shouldn't they spend more time at your place? Like, what would be
totally.
What would be? Let's put it this way: would there be any reason?
Whether
guy or girl, whoever it is, whoever the guy or girl lives with their parents, would there be any reason to go spend a night or spend a lot of time at their place when they live with their parents?
Oh.
No, right?
No. But here's what
so
has
the
to happen.
majority of the time they should spend at the other person's place,
Here's what has to happen when a woman spends a night at a guy's place. Because we know that if the guy spends a night at our place, that there's going to be breakfast. No. Like, women love when the guy, like, just totally...
stays? Hangs out?
No. Let me finish.
Cars?
No. That happens, though, by the way.
Jams?
That's all right. No, but, like, the guy wakes up and, like, brings you a cup of coffee in bed or tea or like makes you breakfast.
That would be big.
Oh my God!
Now,
are you kidding me?
At your place or his place?
Either.
But
I think if you're going to be at the guy's place, if he is the one who like wakes you up and says, "Hey, honey, here's a cup of tea," he is so going to get points. Right. And then if breakfast comes along with it and says, "Honey, just sit there. I'll just let me take it." I dated a couple guys like that, and that was like rock star. I mean, that was like, what's that?
If her mom was hot.
I love
Dave, you're not
that.
getting laid in a three-way, buddy, with your mom. So, but that's a good. Well, I like the way you think. You and I gotta hang out more often.
I like that too.
Yeah, because maybe she'll come out in like one of those like see-through tops, maybe that women used to wear. Remember, there's like women like in the '80s, like my mom's had. I know you have too. I don't know what is. My mom would some of these weird tops. It wasn't like see-through, but it was close enough for me to go, Mom, put a sweater on. This is unacceptable. And of course, my dad was like, drop the
Wait,
fast out.
so here's a question. Have any of you guys actually gone that route?
Skipped over the girl and went to the mom?
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to? That's like Mrs. like Robinson, right?
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't think I've ever done that.
All right, so I
I think
dated.
the mom's always been interested first. I think
So-
the daughter. I'm not attracted to younger women.
Oh, yeah.
Only older women attracted. Every young woman like
Nice.
passes right by me.
Smart.
I got nothing. I can't. Any woman under, I'd say even under like mid-30s, nothing. I got nothing. And I think, and
What's the max?
and that's been my problem my whole life. I don't think young women have ever been attracted to me. That's why it's like my whole life
Really?
started like
Young men. That's all. That's all I get.
See, I probably had a lot of attraction from older women when I was younger, but I was so shy and I was so bad.
You
You
were
know-
shy?
Oh my god!
Shut up! Come on.
See, now even though as a comedian, I
I was
still
shy.
was shy. I'm shy with women. I'll go and destroy an audience. I'll do comedy in front of 1,000 people. I don't care. But women make me shy. It's a weird
Obviously
thing.
not Cece.
Not Cece. I mean,
Yeah,
please.
because we're buddies. So.
You and your dog later. It's gonna happen. But no, but
I know.
it's amazing how it's the older women, the more aggressive ones now, and the younger women. I don't know. And there's I've even read some of these articles now where there's women
Oh, I read
across the
that.
country that are in their 20s that are either virgins or they're going back to be virgins. They are not
You
embracing the
can't
homosexuality.
go back to being a virgin.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
All right,
They're going back
so
to the no sex before marriage.
You're talking about dating older women.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like being the courting part, the person who instigates the courting, or do you like the woman to court, or a little bit of both?
So now here's the thing. It's not necessarily a little bit of both. It's a combination there within. So here's the thing. I like a woman to let me know that she's interested, and then I'll do the courting.
Nice.
I have no problem doing the
Nice.
courting, but just give me something. Just give me a
Give you a
little
nibble?
and just give me a crumb.
A little
Like
crumb.
the Hansel and Gretel. Just leave those crumbs back to like the house, and I'm good to go. But you got ladies out there. I'm telling you, just give the guy a little indication. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to be. You don't have to do anything overly salacious or anything like that. But just enough that it's like a little wink or something that he knows you're interested.
How, if you're making out with her, how are you going to not know she's not interested?
Well, once you feel like her tonsillitis that's going on, then you know that you probably have a chance. But no, it's just something.
So is it sexy when like
Like if you're at a
Do you
bar,
find
I mean,
him-
just give him like a smile or just enough that he knows that you're single and you got a chance.
Oh,
And
you're
then-
talking about like a first meeting.
Yeah.
How about like the dating? Like once you're dating, do you like when a woman like
Oh, is it aggressive?
Courts you, not aggressive.
Oh, it's just court.
Like a common court.
No, it's always the guy. Always has to be the
Yeah,
guy.
I'm with you on that.
Always has to be the guy.
Totally.
No. I mean, again, as far as sexuality goes, I like a woman who's a little aggressive. I like that. But as far as
Okay,
courting
that's
goes,
fine.
it should always be the guy.
So let's
Opening
expand
doors,
on that
flowers,
aggressive
dinners.
sexuality thing.
Right.
So you're talking about like when you're
But don't dismiss that thing too fast. I mean, a guy should always be doing the flowers, the dinners, the door
Well, we talked
openings,
about that
the
in one
courting.
episode
Yes,
where he
we did.
would like go out on a first date and bring flowers, and I'm like, oh my god.
Of course. As I said, if a woman is confident enough to have me pick her up, I will 100% always bring flowers. And I've always
So
had.
I have to
And
tell
that's
you,
from my father.
I got to tell you something that was absolutely freaking awesome.
I
that
still bring my
happened to
mom
me.
flowers, by the way.
All right, so I had a date.
Just keep pointing at each
I
other.
had a date, and this person happens to like be a phenomenal cook and gardener and blah blah blah. And
What do you like? Pick his vegetables and then make them
no,
for you?
he freaking jarred tomatoes. He jarred tomatoes, and he
He jarred
gave
them?
me a jar.
Yeah, you
And
nut
I'm
them?
a foodie. I'm a huge foodie. And he gave those to me. I said, "This blows away any flowers I've ever gotten."
Wow.
Yeah, I was truly impressed. Truly impressed.
So, Dave and Jay, all the guys who are all in
And all
their
you
gloves,
other dudes. But a lot of
jarred
guys don't cook.
tomatoes.
No, a lot of guys don't cook.
We'll make them do this.
No, it was actually touching. And
Like, is that a
it
jarred
was
pickle?
actually-
Holy crap!
So no, it was actually very cool because usually you get the like. And first of all, I'm not like a rose person, but if somebody brings me tulips, then I'm smitten a little bit.
Women love
Yeah.
tulips. I don't
I
know what
love
it is.
tulips.
My mom
Absolutely.
was a tulip.
Roses are out.
Some
Ooh.
exes love tulips. They're big on tulips and
Tulips.
sunflowers.
You told me you brought the girls sunflower and tulips.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
and she went crazy. Went crazy.
Yeah. Did she rip your clothes off like right away?
Did absolutely.
Excellent.
I put it back
Good.
on. I was not ready for that.
Yeah, you
It's
were
first
like,
date.
no.
No, it's like let's control ourselves.
One without the one, one without the two.
Like, please, just I don't want sex
So-
on the first date. Who wants that?
So that's very
Terrible.
interesting that I think there's just like so many different ways in culture. Like, the old days you'd have to like go to the dad and ask for permission and like, can I
I've
go out
told
with
you
your
about this.
daughter?
The courting between then and
Yeah,
now
the
is
courting,
100% different.
So it's funny, and being recently single, well, not somewhat recently single, it's so interesting to see like this whole generation of dating now and what the rules are. And I'm like, somebody give me a freaking book because I have no idea what the rules are. And you know me, I'm like,
I'll give you some.
I just like, I'm like, all
I'll just
right.
take my pants off on the first date.
So I want to know the rules because are there rules or like it bugs me because I feel like I'm a pretty open person. I'm just like, hey, whatever.
What was no? Go back real fast because we don't have much time.
Yeah,
So
we
the
don't.
sex stuff. The
Oh, we got to go back to the sex stuff.
Yeah. So,
All right, so.
these guys have been hanging on.
Oh
the
yeah, you guys are awesome. I know we have quite a plethora
So go
of
ahead.
people.
So give me the.
All right, so there's 15. I'm not going to go through all 15, but what was great about this study is besides having a baby and feeling good and having like orgasms and all that great stuff. I mean that we all love.
Right.
So I agree with you on the whole being older thing, because being older in that they say it like fights cancer for men and women.
Fights cancer,
prostate.
having sex. Okay.
No, prostate and breast cancer. They say
Sex?
sex is really good for you. Yes.
Fights prostate and breast cancer.
Yes. Yes.
Is that because we're massaging
You're
you?
less likely to have prostate and sex. I mean,
Sex.
See,
You're less likely to have
on my
sex
mind.
when you have sex.
Sex on my mind. Prostate and breast cancer. Which is, people don't know
There
this
was
stuff.
more reason
So
out
I looked at this list and said, why wouldn't we have sex every day and like every night and every morning? Because it's great exercise,
Right.
right? Have you ever sweat when you've had sex?
I sweat before I have sex. Just thinking about sex, I start to sweat.
Yeah, no, but it's exercise.
Right.
It's exercise and it's very, very good for you.
It works out. It's a workout.
And
You have to stretch. Always stretch, people, before you have
I can't even-
calisthenics and
yeah.
squat thrusts would always be good right before sex.
I can't even talk to you. It cures the
Don't
headache.
talk to me.
All right, how many guys out there have been hungover as hell, and you have this headache, and then you have sex, and it's gone? I've heard that.
It's weird that we're talking
I've
about
heard-
sex and your dog is panting.
I know.
That's an
That's
odd
because she
coincidence.
always does. She's
in
always
heat.
hanging out
She's
with
ready to
us.
go. That's why I
No,
have
she's
peanut
not
butter.
in heat. She's fixed. So.
That's right, I'm in heat. It's good.
It lowers
Well, it's
stress.
only
We
one
all
reason.
know that lowers stress, right? So it's really, really good for a woman's heart. It doesn't say for a man's heart it's not, because sorry guys, we get you all like running and going, and you could just go boom, like you go.
Some of their heart
dead.
because they were emotional.
Yeah, you got to take care of the heart, guys, so we can have a lot of sex with you, and our heart will get better. So you can live longer, and I'm like, here we go. We have like all these great reasons to like romp around in under the sheets, and one is to
Romp
live
around.
longer. I like the word romp.
Wow.
Sharpens your mind.
Mm.
Sharpens your mind, absolutely, and it makes you happy. Who isn't happy after? Well, it's. Have you ever had bad sex?
Mhm.
You have? Really? Tell us just one story, quick. Like how? Like what was bad about it?
What was bad?
Yeah, she
Uh,
wasn't. She wasn't.
She wasn't there. That's what made it bad sex. I was by myself.
No, come on. Do you have any? All right, you're not gonna share that with me. I will get that out of him at some point. It bonds you with your partner. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, okay.
We
that's
know
good.
that. No, it's good. It's
I
like,
know it's good. I just know
it's
it's
like
good.
I think
Bond part
that.
is good.
So, what do you think the percentage of a relationship that bonds you and makes your relationship stronger is primarily driven sexual?
What bonds you with your partner? That's
Well, like,
sexual?
what is the percentage you think? I think that you have to have sex. All right, guys, sex once a day. Would that be good?
It all
Twice?
depends. Early on, it's probably once a day, maybe twice a day, and then it drifts off
That's
a little
it?
bit.
Twice? Okay. Anyways,
What do you want to take off work?
no.
You quit your job?
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, totally kidding.
Yeah. Mental health. It's really good for mental health. Keeps our mind sharp.
I should be a genius.
It fights a cold. How about that? It fights a cold.
What's it called?
And every guy who walks in goes, honey, I have a cold.
Starter fever,
I have a
sex
cold.
a cold.
I have a cold. Take care of me, please. It helps you sleep. Okay, so we totally messed up. So we lost our feed and we lost our people.
We lost our minds.
We lost our minds. We're going to end this with, I just had the greatest concluding thoughts on all this.
Let's do it again.
So, we were talking about the 15 reasons why you should have sex.
Okay.
And in all seriousness, this is like we're not trying to be,
We are trying to be.
yeah, we are trying to be. But anyways, as you get older, like your 60s, 70s, 80s, the more and more that you have sex, so like leading from 40s on, you have a better quality of life. You're healthier, you're happy, you have no stress. It's all amazing. And keep doing that. And Cece's tip is that when you are intimate with your partner, don't feel afraid or shy to say, hey, what do you like?
Mm-hmm.
No farm animals.
Talk
honey.
about that, my
no
next.
farm is, yeah.
Communication and sex. is very important.
Communication. Be fun in the bedroom. Wear some beautiful lingerie. Men, be attentive to your women and enjoy the experience because we're only here once. And I know the women have a hard time because we go through so many different changes with hormones and whatnot.
Right.
And we really do try. And I go back to every single show I've had is coconut oil. I'm not kidding. Even older, I'm older. The coconut oil.
I usually the other night. It was terrific.
Yeah, by himself.
Upstairs, downstairs. Always the best I ever had.
Yeah, he cooked with it too. And you can cook in.
Well, not with
Right.
that, but
But anyways, so what we're trying to come across here is that you should really yeah, I know I did. What you should do is just enjoy your relationships, enjoy your life, and don't be afraid to communicate in the boudoir, and don't be afraid to wear the brassiere and a sexy pair of underwear, even if you're not the skinniest girl, whatever makes you feel beautiful and sexy. It doesn't matter. Read my blog that's going to be posted about Burn the Bra.
Very nice.
And it's a gentleman, Jean, from France probably, who came out with this study about how women should never wear bras, that they never sag. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyways, it's a great blog.
Okay.
It really explains my point of view on the
I
whole
love
subject.
to talk about non-saggy breasts. So I was reading that.
Do you really think that a size C woman should go without a bra?
No.
How about women who've
around my house you should.
nursed multiple kids or one kid?
Of course it's going to sag.
Yeah. So do your Pilates,
Do your stuff. Get
do your
them
stuff,
tight.
yoga, get them tight.
Get
But
them reshaped.
enjoy, and if you aren't comfortable with your sex life and you're struggling, go talk to somebody and
Us.
read
We'll help you
something.
out.
Yeah, we'll help you out. We'll totally.
CC
Will we
and Corey
not help
will
you?
always help you out.
We will help you out with that. We would love to. It's a very sensitive subject, right into us, but there is a way to actually enjoy it unless you really don't like your spouse or your
And we'll help
partner.
you out there,
Then
too.
I would say,
We'll help you out.
try and find a way. So, thank you, Beaver Tales. You can find it on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
And there's some cheeky little stories in there about some little sexual stuff, but it's really primarily funny stories that happened to me in the spa room when I was waxing people, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
But everything's sexual these days, it seems.
Yep.
But we're talking about it. So we'll see you next week.
And CoreyAlexander.net, COREY
Yeah.
Alexander.net. I will be in Philadelphia. I'm in Maryland on Friday, so you won't see me then. But for Saturday, I'll be in Philadelphia.
And I've never
Not
been
for a show.
invited. He just invited me.
I have a show coming up in the main line, so I'll keep you posted.
I can go to Philly. I can go to Maryland.
Maryland's too far. It's 4 hours away, Maryland. Not
Oh,
right
that
now.
4
Yeah,
hours?
Yeah.
Oh
that's
my
4
God!
hours.
I'm gonna be
The
at a
other side of
bocce.
Maryland,
I'm
not
gonna be at a
Maryland.
bocce ball tournament this
Yeah.
weekend, doing a fundraiser.
Yeah, bocce balls. He's always playing with balls. It's so weird.
Actually, yeah. Anyways, we love you. Thank you for joining us. This is CC Live with Corey Alexander. Tuesdays Tips and Tales. So happy you joined us. Good night.
Bye bye.